Hello everyone and welcome back to Every Other Saturday. So in tonight's video we're going to discuss the 2-0 win against Lech Poznan in the last game of the Europa League group stage. So we've made it into the last 32 guys. This teddy bear could not be happier. And as always guys, if you haven't done so already, please feel free to get down there into the comment section below. Let me know exactly what you're thinking, and if you don't mind, a wee like, share and subscribe would be very much appreciated. It doesn't cost you a single penny and it helps the channel get out to as many people as possible and hopefully get to that wee target of 55 before the New Year's game.
Every other Saturday's my half day off, and it's off to the match I go. Happily we wander down the Copeland.
Well, Bears, what can I say? Well, unfortunately, hands up in all honesty, I didn't actually get to see most of the game. I only really seen the kind of last 20 minutes. I was working late this evening and didn't manage to catch it all, but again with the help of the good pal Scott McFarlane, the old channel legend there, he kept me up to date with everything that was going on when I was still at work and texted me through all the information that I needed. So once again, Scotty boy, thanks again. So let's dive right into the game, shall we, and see exactly what happened. So it was the game we expected to see. That kind of challenge, the 50-50 kind of challenge, it was contested quite across the midfield, to be fair. The first kind of 30 minutes were a slightly dull affair as much as I can achieve here. We did see the changes there that we were expecting to see. We've seen Hadji, Patterson, Itten and Zungu. It's good, and also McLaughlin, sorry, nearly forgot the goalkeeper there. So it's good to see that we can basically turn up, looking at this game at a kind of rest team, giving the main kind of players a chance to relax a bit on it, and looking at it, and there's not much of a drop in quality again. That's exactly what I like to see. It was a friend of mine, Dougie, sent me that text message and pointed that out to me, that it was a team that you could almost class as a team that's there to rest. And we still went out, we still gave the exact same 110% quality, and we managed to get the win. Now these players had the chance to go out and show Gerrard that they had the ability to do the same kind of job that everyone else has been doing in every game we're playing, keeping that level high and keeping the press on and keeping it going, and by God did they do that. Now as I say, it was the game that we were expecting to see. High press, hard to break down, but not much was shown in the first 30 minutes. I think we had a kind of dodgy yellow card for Bagani Zungu there, and up until the kind of time of the goal there wasn't really much to do. I think they had a shot on target as well, and I think Bagani Zungu managed to get a shot as well, kind of shot over the bar from about 30 yards. But up until that goal there wasn't much there, and in that 30 minute mark we did manage to kind of turn the tide. Now it was a loose pass played out from the defence, and Itten, as I say, this guy came on, wasn't expecting to see much from him. I had a wee look at the goal and the highlight there, and wow, you can see the play he's been doing. He was all over the top of that part today, and I'm really proud to see him doing that, coming on, showing that he's got the ability to do it, and giving the headache that we want for Steven Gerrard, having three up front. So the ball came loose from the defender's pass, Itten straight onto it, running right through, and it was a shot that Morelos would have been proud of, to be fair. Right foot straight into the top of the net, sending Rangers 1-0. It was exactly what we needed to get the game to kind of calm down a wee bit. It's kind of the word I'm looking to use here, and hopefully getting us to turn the tide up into half time. By all accounts, there wasn't much else to be talking about in the first half, so unfortunately we didn't manage to get another goal or anything like that, but we kept the press on, we kept that quality going, and we made sure that there was no conceding, which is exactly the important part we needed to be dealing with. So moving into the second half, it started the same way. Tight high press, it was exactly what Gerrard's obviously set out to get done, and we had a few substitutions in the second half. Let me get this right. Tav came on for Patterson, we had Barker for Zungu, Kent for Hadji, Itten made way for Morelos, and Bassi was on for Balogun as well. So look at all those substitutions. He used them all sporadically, it wasn't all in the one position there, but he used them all through the second half. Now Gerrard did exactly what I mentioned in another video, that he didn't make those substitutions, and tonight he did. He made the correct substitutions, he made them at the right time. But again, I have to sit back and I look at that bigger picture. When he took those players off, not one of those players coming on would say there was a drop in quality again. All of these players have proved throughout this season that when they come on, they will make a difference to the game. No passengers, and I'll put my hands up and say, when Morelos came on as well, I did expect to see nothing, but he did. Morelos coming on in the second half like that, you would expect that kind of petulant attitude that he usually would have. Now that never appeared, and he ran about for the ball, and he made use of his chance in the park. Didn't get the ball in the net, but I've been told I'm maybe a wee bit too harsh on Morelos, but until he gets the ball in the net I'm going to continue that criticism, because I want to see him start scoring again. Now we managed to get our second goal in about the kind of 72nd minute there, and the ball was a corner coming in, float it in as you can imagine, and Goldson gets onto the end of it, the big head, and the ball does what you can only describe as a FIFA moment when it bounced off the crossbar and bounced off the line. Didn't quite look as if it crossed there, and then Hadji comes in, sticks the head on it and gets it right across and guarantees that goal. Now, by all accounts, Hadji didn't exactly play the greatest. He worked hard, I'll give him his dues, but again, getting to play good in a game that was so hard fought, to be fair, I have to give him his dues. At least he got the goal in the end of it, so well done Hadji. Sending us 2-0, exactly what we wanted for the last 15-20 minutes of that game. It took a wee bit of pressure off us and it allowed us to settle back in, and with those subs I mentioned, bringing them on, changing the players, there wasn't exactly that pressure of holding on to a tight 1-0 victory. And with that kind of goal being scored in that kind of time, the substitutes coming on, it kind of takes us towards the end of the game. There wasn't much else to be talking about. They didn't really do much themselves. Rangers held on to the ball and they did keep trying. There was nothing really there. We didn't get the overwhelming third goal that I thought we maybe would have got when I was watching the last 20 minutes. But 2-0 victory away from home. What can I say? Fantastic again, guys. Moving on to the man of the match quickly, I will say this was a hard one, and Scott agrees with me on this as well. When I seen the end, it seems to be a hard decision. Now, splitting it between the two, I'm not going to do that, but I am going to edge it out to Itten. He ran his wee heart off today. In the time that he was on the park, he got that goal and he showed that he has the ability to score the goals as well as anybody in that park. Now, that's another man we're adding on to these lists of goal scorers. Now, looking at the records again, I think we're at 15 or 16 possibly goal scorers this season. That's a really high number. And I know he scored before, but that was a really important goal tonight. Just kind of stamped the kind of mark in the game as well. So I'm going to give man of the match to Itten, so well in. And goal of the game, obviously, can't give it to Hadji, to be fair. It was an easy wee header again. They would have scored. I think Granny would have got that one. But Itten again, that strike, wow, goal of the game, fantastic. I will say that, fantastic goal. And I see, even to be fair, you had Chris Sutton even giving him plaudits, and you know how hard it is to please that Twitter warrior of a man. So fair play, well done Itten. So as I say, guys, it was one of those games that we were going to always be hard fought. I expected Poznan to kind of create more and maybe prove a wee bit harder of a challenge for us, but we managed to do it. We got a 2-0 win, we topped the group, and I think we did exactly what Gerrard set out to do, because that winning mentality that Gerrard has, that's bleeding down throughout that squad, you can quite clearly see. I don't think he would have been happy settling for a possible second. I know that Benfica didn't do what they needed to do on the night, but there was always a possibility that they could have done that. So getting top of the group, it's a fantastic achievement, it really is. It's just another one of those ticks in the list again for this season. We're doing so well, we're not letting the performances drop, and we can see just how much all of these games are important to us. So we'll be moving on into the weekend against Dundee United, and hopefully we'll keep this, I hate using the word fire and desire, but we'll just keep this performance and this level high for us, and we'll manage to get another win against Dundee United. Taking a quick look at Steven Gerrard. Now, I know, guys, it's the Steven Gerrard appreciation part of the video, but look at this record since he started with Rangers in Europe. It's fantastic. Again, going to look at the screen, apologise for looking away, but 41 games in Europe. Now that's 23 wins, 13 draws and only 5 losses. That is incredible for a team that 9 years ago were where we were, and not that long ago we're getting beat by Progress and Eiderkorn. It's amazing. The turn that he's done. He is a fantastic European manager, and he's proved this time and time again. His attitude is completely different this season. It's so much more professional, which again, as I say, bleeds right down throughout that squad, and you can see it. Every single man that steps on that park, from a Stephen Davis leader, locker room leader if you want to call him, to the young boys like Patterson coming on and making the starts that they need to do to progress. And I can't stop smiling. I'm a happy man again. And that takes us to the end of the video tonight, guys. So thanks again everybody for tuning in, and well done to the Teddy Bears for progressing to the last 32. Looking forward to seeing what the draw is going to bring us and who we're going to get. I don't see us getting anywhere near stadiums for these games, but it would be fantastic again. But thanks again everybody for tuning in, and a wee special announcement again for Scott McFarlane for helping out with the information for tonight's video. I don't think I would have had anywhere as much content if it wasn't for him. So thanks again, Scott, for tonight. And if you haven't done so already, guys, get down there in the comment section below, let me know what you're thinking, what your opinion is on tonight's game. And if you haven't done so, we like, share and subscribe would be very much appreciated. Gets us on the way to that target of 55 before the New Year's game. So once again, guys, this has been every other Saturday, and I will see you on the next one.